There you go. How's it going, guys? Another episode of Fish Addictions TV. You know, normally we start this at the shop, but it was kind of a rush and go type thing. Like, got good buddies Isaac and Jacob out here from South Dakota Elite Guide Service. And they're like, come on down and fish with us. And we just got back from just a fun trip up to Lake of the Woods. And it's Valentine's Day, and we're here in South Dakota. Love you, honey. Glad you understand and support. But South Dakota perch fishing. We'll see what else we get into. So starts now, guys. South Dakota. Perch is on. Watch out, Olive. No, no. That's a good start. Right there. We just got a Christmas tree of these things down here. Man, they're so noise sensitive. You almost gotta drill in anticipation to figure out where these fish are gonna go. But when they're here, it's crazy when you get on a pod fish like this. You gotta just get down as fast as possible. These things are hungry. Now, screw over there. That's where we started. Didn't catch a single fish. Go that way, Thor. 150 yards away from the truck. That's where we started here. So it feels like a better spot. And the fish were there right away, but drilling on them moved them this far. Like, it's crazy how just noise sensitive fish are. Back in the day of gas augers, we would have pushed these things a half mile away from here, but just having the ability to be somewhat sneaky. Just good quality eaters.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Jig's gonna meet the beginning of the school.
That's a really good one.
Little guy. Still got about 10 or 15 of them down there though. Just a little bit of the gill. Got some character to him. That is crazy. That is weird. Like to leave it up a little bit, make them chase to me. Oh man, that one wanted it. Yeah, that's a good one. Digging away. The whole school's racing up with it too. Trying to figure out where he's going. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So mad I can't even open his mouth. Beautiful one.
I think one of the biggest keys here is we're chasing these pods around, and what we're finding is if we're catching the fish that are down in the pod, we spook them right away, but if we jig a foot or two above them and get the fish that are coming up out of the pod seems to stick around. So then you can catch 6 to 10 out of a pod and move again and try to get on them. It's not easy to get back on them though, I will tell you that. There's a lot of drilling involved. Olive's gonna be tired today. Good one. There you go. This is so much fun, guys. When you get on these fish, what do you think, Olive? You have as much fun as I am? When you get on these fish, it's just unbelievable. Out here in South Dakota, these fish just school up like hundreds at a time. And if you can get on them and keep that school engaged, you know, there's a lot of times where you just don't even know what to say. And it's not because there isn't a lot to say, it's just because it's like your mind is focused on one thing, and that's getting back down there. And sometimes I gotta take a second to talk to you guys. And I'm willing to do that, obviously. I've been doing it for 9 years, but when you're on a bite this hot, this fast and furious, like, we pulled up in here at like 1 o'clock, and once we got on them, we found them right away, but to actually get on them and get in front of them and keep them active has been a little bit tough. But now that we figured it out, you know, fishing has gone mobile over the last 7, 8, 9, 10 years even. And really 10 years ago, guys started really using snowmobiles, running and gunning and really moving, and that started changing the game of ice fishing. And then you put electronics into it with all the sonar technology over the last 10 years, and now running and gunning is at a whole new level. There we go.
I'm sitting 100 feet away from you and can't resist coming over and joining you.
Yeah, hop down there, man.
This looks like a Christmas tree.
Good girl. Yeah, they're moving right on top of them here. Kind of got in front of them as they were moving this way, because your brother was on top of them over there, and I kind of saw the whole school pushing this way. And
I was sitting in that hole watching them. Like I said, about 100, 120 feet away, I could just see them just stacked up. As soon as it hit bottom.
It's kind of what you got to do, is just get in front of them.
Well, now it's starting to dig. I don't think the one I got's anything special, but
they're all special.
Oh yeah, he's digging away too. This could be another good one. Thought he had shoulders. Nobody would ever complain about that. That is a perfect eating size perch.
Crazy how they just disappear. It's like they go tight to the bottom, scoot off, and then all of a sudden they'll raise up somewhere else. And search is on. That way? I'm not seeing them here. That way? A little bit about the guys that we're fishing with here in South Dakota. It's Jacob and Isaac, and they've got South Dakota's elite guide service. They kind of service the Watertown area, north and south, you know, wherever the fish are biting. These guys are two guys that work really hard to stay on fish, and it's pretty impressive. You come here and they work together like a well-oiled machine, and I've known these guys for a few years, and it's always fun to come down here and jump on the ice with them. We hadn't made it down to South Dakota yet this year, so it was a no-brainer to get a hold of these guys and see what was going on. So we ran down here. It's really not that bad of a drive from where we're at, 3 hours, and got on fish right away, and we're finally getting a chance to tell you what we're doing here. So yeah, we're gonna be fishing with Jacob and Isaac here, South Dakota Elite Guide Service. If you want to get on the ice and catch some perch and see what South Dakota has to offer.
You know when you're getting close because they start rising up. Try not to pick one of the bottom ones, because every time we pick one off the bottom, it spooks the whole school, it seems like. Definitely don't have to guess if the shack next to you is catching them anymore. We could clearly see that the shack next to us is catching fish right now.
And just so you know, they're with us, so it's okay.
They are with us. Right there?
Yeah, like right here.
Ours are all right towards the Mitchell right now, the ones we could see. I gotta tell us twice. Yeah, they're definitely tighter to bottom, but they're a little further. 40 more feet we are on the mega load. But there's still a bunch below me to drop right in this one's face. Just a couple.
Oh, no.
Ah, they're moving on so fast. Oh. They're killing me right now. There we go. Now again, I think they're gonna start stacking up. So if a line's out of water for more than a couple minutes, they definitely go away. Or a couple seconds, I should say.
Give them a reason to leave.
Whatever that is, mine keeps doing it too.
It's just ice.
Yeah, it's just straight ice. Ooh, that's a good one. On deck. I just can't find those mamas anymore. It's still not a bad one at all. Oh, what a downside is their downside.
And the race is on, and the perch are flying in the backstretch, drilling holes, trying to find the main catch. This rod's really light. It's a crappie. Yeah, I love crappies.
A little bit smaller one this time, but the first one was a good one. This is school just moved in over here. It's a really tight one, but oh, still gonna come up the hole. Gotta love a six. Oh, flipped around. That's how you know it was the wrong one, when it can flip around in a 6-inch hole. Got 3 of them racing for it at the same time. Stay above them, keep them chasing.
I think there's enough that we can share this hole.
Oh yeah. Here's another nice one too, actually. Gotta love the perch dig. Oh yeah, coming back in. 5th ounce Swedish pimple. Don't be afraid to go big. Fishing 27 feet of water, so that 5th ounce just gets down there nice and quick when you're on that school. Doesn't seem like they're shying away from it, so I'm gonna keep rocking it.
Ooh, I lost my first bite. That's why it's key to stay way above the school. You don't spook those other ones when that happens.
We've already tested the theory multiple times today. We dropped all the way to the bottom, not realizing we were that far down, and caught one of the bottom ones, and as soon as you rip through the whole school, you can watch them on the live scope, they almost split. So we've learned our lesson to just stay on the top ones. We're based out of Watertown, South Dakota, but we fish the whole Glacial Lakes area. We're up north of Watertown today, just on one of the bigger glacial lakes in our area. The bite's been a little funky with the perch lately, so we've kind of figured out these bigger lakes with the deeper water stuff. When you get on these schools, they seem to be a little bit more aggressive through this funk. So some of the smaller bodies of water around us, the walleye are biting good, but we love the perch, and so do all the people that come fishing with us. So we just had to go tearing up some water this week, and we finally found a good perch bite.
No bait.
$5.
Big spoon. That's the crappie.
Keep kind of pulling in here on the bottom. Ooh, it's a perch this time. That's a fatty too.
Show it off. Did you get all that?
In between eater crappie, we get a nice pepper.
Crappies and then a perch just comes back.
We were searching really hard for these the last hour, and they kind of eluded us. And then here we are, getting little crappie, and
It's awesome.
well, I shouldn't say little crappie. They are definitely nice crappies. So. Look at the perch go straight down. He's gonna scare all of his friends away. Oh,
He had it.
I was like, why is your line so slack?
that's a good one too. Whatever it is. The whole school down there, Jacob. It's all you. Ooh, nice crappie. Choked it. Mike wasn't wrong. They're all crappie.
There is a glacial lakes crappie right there. They are just there. Actually, I never realized how much a guy needs a topper, but you get all this stuff in here, including camera equipment. Keep it out of the elements, keep the snow dust and everything off of it. It comes out ready to use. There's two.
Fat South Dakota crappie right there. Nothing wrong with those slabs. Look at that jig. Pop right out though.
Yes. So I know it's kind of been fast and furious for you guys. You've seen a lot of hook sets this morning, so we haven't really had a chance to tell you what's going on. But so yesterday we decided to go after perch, and today the plan was to hit crappies, and so far it's been lights out. You know, this glacial lakes region of South Dakota is known as one of the best fisheries in all of the state, and almost anywhere. It's a really special spot. Jacob and Isaac are down here guiding out here every day and know these bodies of water, so it's a lot of fun to come down here and just pound on some fish. I mean, there's tons of lakes. I mean, everywhere you look there's another lake, and most of the lakes that you can see hold fish as well, so that's pretty cool.
Good one.
Put up an extra plate, wrap it up in the pole like that.
The conditions we're dealing with this morning is we've got a kind of a warm front coming in, and you know what that means when you're in the ice belt. Jacob's got another one over there, but these are shallow water fish. You know, we're talking less than 15 feet. And these high pressure with this wind blowing, it's blowing 25, 30 miles an hour. We're using the Ranger to try to get out of the wind. You probably hear the Ranger behind me. Sorry about that, but it's one of those things where you can get on a hot bite and it's windy, but it's going to get nice today as far as it goes, as far as the temperature. But wind's supposed to be sustained 20 to 30 all day, gusting over. Wind does a number on your hands, that's for sure. Through it all, I'm getting very old. Got to have more concentration on that than anything. So basically what we're doing here, guys, is just making really small moves. We're in kind of a trees all around, and these crappies are sitting right in the amongst all these trees. Oh, that's a good one. And just making super small moves. Like my last move was 5 feet, but they're stuck to these trees. So if you get right on them and just get right close to that tree, just close enough where you can draw them off that tree. And the other nice thing about that is a lot of times if they're stuck to that tree, and also bring them up, it's just like school fishing of any sort. When you're school fishing perch, crappies, bluegills, anything, you want to bring them up out of that school, because if you catch them in the midst of that school, you'll more than likely blow them out. So, and that goes for anywhere and everywhere that you're fishing in a school situation. So get back down there and see if we can pull another one off this tree. But really small moves is what we're making here. You know, back in Minnesota, when we're chasing those crappies, we're chasing basin crappies, and basin crappies are continuously moving. So in this situation, we're fishing fish that are pretty content where they're at, but will blow out of that tree into a different one. So kind of the same concept, but different. A dinker. Ooh, that one's got a little dig. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. Beautiful fish. Yeah, buddy. Takes such concentration to catch these fish in this wind. Everything is against you here, because it's such a light bite. And in the wind, your line is just moving, your rod tip's moving. I'm basically as close to my tip of my rod as I can get just to see. There we go. Ooh, 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 what do we got? There's a good one. Look at that beast. Ooh, tight boy. Crappie nuggets. I love crappie nuggets. Got him. There you go. We're back from South Dakota. What an incredible trip it was. Everything we could ask for. Perch, crappies. Weather was a little bit crazy. We had a lot of wind, but we got it done. South Dakota Elite Guide Service. Check them out, guys. They're on the ice from the very first time you can step on it till it's done, and then they transition into the boat. So Isaac and Jacob, we could take good care of you. Thank you, guys. Next week, not sure where we'll be, but we'll be having fun like always. See you later, guys.